Hey everyone, welcome to Battle of the Sexes. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey Fee, hey Real, Harrison, hi. Hey Golden Phoenix, hey. We're about to get ready and to get connected tonight. So hold on one second. Let me drop the link for my beautiful, amazing panel members so that they can click on the link and join me up here. How is everybody doing tonight? Oh, no. Oh. The link is giving me trouble, guys. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Oh, how is everyone doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Guys, thank you so much to every single person that voted for Battle of the Sexes in the YouTube Love Awards. Unfortunately, we didn't win, guys. We didn't win. But one of my panel members did win. So I guess, whatever. We can't be doing that. We can't be competing with each other. That's not okay, guys. It's not okay. Hey, Murphy family. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Real.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Congratulations.
Yeah. What's up? What's up? Appreciate it.
For those of you that don't know, Real Talk 87 won his category in the YouTube Love Awards. So I'm happy that several people that I know won and they're happy. I'm happy. I was just happy to be nominated. And I think my panel's amazing. They're all amazing in their own different
I don't care what.
way.
Listen, I don't care what that award said. No offense to Andrea, but Kelley V got the best. Kelley V got the best collaboration. I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Andrea Lynn stuff. Shout out to Andrea. Shout out to Real Mama. Shout out to them,
Okay.
without a doubt.
This is what I'm talking about. You see, Andrea.
Don't get me wrong. I love Kelley V, but damn it, I want to win that shit tonight.
Congratulations. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve it. I'm happy for you. But you would have double won if you won in Kelley V's Battle of the Sexes.
She was good either way. Yeah.
She was good either way.
You know what? It's all good. It's all a bunch of love over here, okay? Hey, Harrison. Hey,
what's up, everybody? Congrats, bro.
That voted for all of us.
What's up? What's up? Appreciate it.
And congrats to you, Real Talk 8. You know I voted for you too.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Thank you. Because she was, Andrea was vouching for me this whole time. She was like, hey, y'all go vote for Real Talk. Like, all right, yeah. Y'all do it.
I was campaigning for Shanita, Real Talk 87, and I battled sex with a little conflict of interest, but I was still campaigning. And I campaigned for Greenville too, okay?
Right. Hey, we all did really, really well. I'm being proud of everybody. So congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations, guys. You deserve it. And it's a blessing to actually be nominated. I think that everybody on the panel works very, very hard every Sunday. They give up their Sundays, guys, to keep you all entertained. And I'm super duper appreciative of every single one of my panel members. Yes, Nita. Uh-oh. Here she comes. She gonna start something.
She finna say something. What's up?
Something.
I just want to say congratulations, Real Talk 87, on your win tonight. You absolutely deserve it.
Oh, well, thank you. Damn. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
That love right there. Okay, look, we got love over here. Ain't nothing but love over here.
Hey, I appreciate. I'll take that compliment. Appreciate it. What you got to say now, though?
But my other thing is,
Shanita, side question: have you been drinking? Have you been drinking tonight? Just wondered, did you take a shot or two before you came on the panel tonight? No.
I want to direct you all's attention to the gentleman that is
The
to
missing
this.
panel
To this
member.
document.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you said Gabriel,
Really, Logic? You had to try
No,
it?
no.
That wasn't logic this time. That was logic.
when you said Candidly V, when you said Candidly V that that we given up our Sundays every
Mm-hmm.
Sunday to sacrifice to be here every Sunday, my mind went to this gentleman here,
Yes.
and
You know what? Let me
it's
just say
aggravating.
something, Shanita, because you brought up an amazing point. I just want to say, Harrison Family Vlogs,
Thank you.
Dre, how wonderful of you to come back and give us a Sunday. We really, really appreciate you.
Can't believe me. That's exactly what I wanted to say. I want to say thank you for coming and welcome back. You were truly missed.
Yeah. Is there
Hey,
anything
this
you'd
go.
like to say to
Hey,
your fellow
hey,
panel members?
this is gonna be battle of the sound effects now. Not battle of the sex. Battle of the sound effects.
Whatever. Look, Nia said we missed you, Dre. Nia, I
Oh,
don't know.
thank
You
you.
missed him. I didn't miss him. Okay, I got used to
Oh,
not having Dre up here
I
now.
mean, I
You
can go
know.
back to my lesson planning. I mean,
No, we missed you, Joy. We missed you.
Right?
because I miss being here.
Oh, how
Sorry
wonderful.
for
We miss you, Dre. Thank you so much for sacrificing your Sunday to be here with us.
Yeah. So, guys,
We
now
missed
that
you
all the
too.
pleasant are over, let's get into the topic.
and I really wanted to talk about the topic last
Did
week.
you
But
miss us? Oh, yeah, he did say he missed us. So what?
I did.
Okay. So, Thursday, on my Thursday live, I had a live with the amazing and beautiful Ashley Viola, and we were discussing really Logic. I can't with him.
Don't worry about me. Go ahead and do it.
You just made me so distracted. Anyway, we were discussing the topic of the Dallas restaurant, True Kitchen and Cocktails, with the owner Kevin Kelley, who addressed the people that were in the restaurant, the patrons in the restaurant who were twerking. And he ended up actually addressing the whole restaurant, and we discussed that. So the conversation in the chat on Thursday got a little bit heated, and the men had something they wanted to say about it. So I figured I would bring the whole topic to Battle of the Sexes so they could air out their opinions, their thoughts, and it wouldn't be one-sided. So, gentlemen, which one of you would like to go first?
Go ahead, Logic.
Thank you. No, it wasn't that. Look, we understand this battle of the sexes. Everybody have a different perspective, and we understand as a woman, your experiences it leads you in a separate path than we do. But I'm willing to listen to y'all experience, so y'all got to listen to ours. And that topic that really had me beat the other day is that y'all had an awesome conversation. I'm not going to deny that. But in the midst of that conversation, the blame was put on the owner. The owner. You know what I'm saying? If you want to start a situation and you want to always go and figure out, okay, how can we neutralize this situation? You always got to hit it at the beginning. If them women went twerking, guess what? We would not be talking about this today. If them women could have did what they didn't do what they did, we would not be having this conversation today. So we first got to address the women and their behavior, their consistent behavior, the Instagram thought behavior that we all know that occurs today in society. It's just not with women, it's with kids. Is poison in our community. We got to address that before we get to that owner. And a majority of that conversation should be to the twerkers and not the owner. I digress.
I missed a lot of it. So people were mad at the owner for addressing them for twerking in the restaurant.
Because he was cussing them out and all that. They was really more mad at the owner than they were the actual twerkers.
So
no,
just-
wait.
Wait,
Let's
I
rewind because I feel like Dre has a half
I get this clear.
Water down.
So
again.
they were upset about the offensive language of this guy, but not the offensive behavior of the women. Okay, all right, man. All right.
Okay, so
Logic.
Go ahead, Nita.
I'm sorry. Logic, can you pull up that clip and possibly put it on your screen for us to see the clip by any chance?
Yeah, so Drake could actually get a real understanding of what happened. That would be great.
Mm-hmm. And if anyone who else missed it, hasn't been on the internet.
Once I'm not
like,
once
I
I
missed
see
it.
anything, I'm like stopping it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Okay, my bad. I didn't hear. Then you said, Shanita, something happened with my stream yours.
I said, do you have that clip from the restaurant owner going off on, or can you pull that up somehow and
Yes,
put it on your screen?
Can somebody drop the link so I can share it in the back chat? Y'all drop the link, I'll share it.
I don't know exactly where it is. I would have to look it up.
Because if I put twerking black women in restaurants, then I have my choice of 1 million.
Logic, all you have to do is on YouTube search Kevin Kelley.
All right, Kevin Kelley. Oh, hold on. All right, I'm sorry. People trying to call
me. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody
Kevin
that has
Kelley's
shared out the live so
brother.
far.
He's a brother.
Sorry? Yes, he is a brother. Okay, so let me just give you a quick rundown whilst Logic is finding the clip. What had happened was, so Kevin Kelley is an attorney who is also a restaurant owner in Dallas, Texas. He opened his restaurant called True Kitchen and Kocktails, and it's supposed to be an upscale restaurant for the Black community to enjoy. So there were some ladies that were at the table. Now, bearing in mind, the restaurant is pretty full. Majority of the people sitting down in the restaurant are women. And there's a group of ladies at the back of the restaurant sitting at a table. I think 2 or 3 of them got up and were twerking. And he had approached them on 2 different occasions and had asked them to stop twerking in the restaurant. They clearly didn't listen. So they got up and started twerking a 3rd time. At this point, he decides he's going to address the whole restaurant on twerking and acting a certain way within his restaurant. He ended up cussing people out, telling people if they don't like it, they can get up and leave. The whole speech. Logic, whenever you're ready, let me know, because I think everybody should hear it.
I ain't mad at him one bit. Let me go ahead and get that out the way. I ain't mad at that owner one bit. Now continue.
Of course you're not. You're a man.
No, it ain't got to do it. He's a man. If it was a woman and she was the owner, I wouldn't be mad at her either.
But here's the thing, though, right? Like,
there's a certain way you address
he's a man.
people.
Wait. Here's a man saying that he doesn't appreciate women in the restaurant twerking. He's a man. Most men would be like, yo, yeah, throw some money on her. There's a man saying it's not appropriate, and he's wrong. Because if he would have said, yeah, let him twerk, I want to see some booty shaking in my, then you guys would be like, see, you're a man. Well, does it?
All right, I got a video up for you to share, B.
You got it? Okay. How do I share you? You have to click on the link, right?
I don't think that's wrong with what he said. Probably the way he said it.
Right.
Could it be? Could it be? I'm just asking. Could it be?
Well, here's the thing, though, Andrea.
What'd you say?
Here's the thing, though, right? Like he this is his business. This is his establishment. He wants his business, right, to be a certain way. He wants his brand to represent a certain thing. And if you come in here disrespecting his business and his brand, any one of us, if that happened to us, would have went off. Any one of us would have went off. Like if you're coming in, right, and we are promoting our business to be upscale for the Black community, right? And you know that, and the reason why you're here is because you know this place is an upscale place for the Black community. Don't come in here with the ratchetness. Leave it at the door. If you come in here trying to mess up my brand, I have the right to address you.
Mm.
And he had every right to address. That's my argument. I didn't say he didn't have a right to address them. It's just the way in which he did it.
Yes, that's what.
Okay, listen. No, look, because listen, let me say something. If I ask you twice politely to stop doing something and you keep doing it, anybody in their right mind would catch an attitude. It might have to cuss to get their point across. I don't care who it is.
Listen.
Real. We got the video up. So if y'all want to add context to what y'all talking about, we can look at the video and then y'all tell me to pause it. And I'll go. All right, here we go. Damn, she look good though. All right, let's go.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so Black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a, come on, stop the music, please. Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? No, real talk. And so all this twerking, take it to crime, take it to pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I'm on men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? You want to do it? Our restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
Is that the one y'all was talking about? I was there. You can agree with this.
What's the problem? How do you say it wrong?
Saying it's the way he's saying it.
How do you say it wrong?
How did you want to say it?
Version. There's an actual version
in a manner. It's you can get your point across, and you can get your point across to people. It's the tone and in the manner he's saying.
Andrea, listen, Andrea.
Yes.
No, Andrea, listen. He went up to them twice and told them to stop, and they kept going. So how else is he supposed to say it after that?
Okay, why did he have to say it publicly to the whole restaurant?
Yes,
because they were talking publicly in the whole
that
restaurant.
you're approaching on.
Yes.
At the end of the day, all you needed to do was
Wait. You're embarrassed. You're embarrassed because you were twerking publicly and you're addressed publicly. Come on.
But let's look at the facts of this, though, right? If you can see this, she's not only twerking, she's standing on the chair, bracing herself against his wall, twerking.
Yes,
I'm just saying, okay, so now this is the problem. If y'all make excuses for this, like, come on, man, this is
excuses. No one made excuses. Look. I'm not saying that they went wrong. Even on my live, we said that the women should be held accountable too, but it's both parties that needed to be held accountable.
No. He was holding them accountable. You're getting mad at the man for holding them accountable. And
okay, so he doesn't need to everybody in the restaurant and talk to them like crap.
Yes, because you're twerking.
No, not everybody, not everyone in the restaurant.
Okay,
you're twerking in front of everybody. You already
listen, V.
Look,
you didn't make the scene. She made the scene. All right, she made the scene, and he was cleaning up the scene. That's his establishment. Like,
and if
I don't think he has every right to address it.
I was a pastor in the church, right? And I wanted my church to be a certain way. And during worship, there's a lady, and she wants to twerk for worship. Best believe I'm shutting the music down. I'm putting her on the spot and say, listen, we don't do that here. If it happens again, I'm going to say, ushers, please escort her out of the congregation because now she's being disrespectful. If what Real is saying is true, and he approached her twice, I'm gonna address it publicly now because now it's my brand at stake.
But see, this is the problem. This is the problem where we're not realizing he was not addressing everyone. He was addressing the twerkers.
Exactly.
Just because
everybody.
No, listen, though.
Hold on. V, check this out.
I'm gonna just say this. Just because the twerker was a black woman, if he addressed them, doesn't mean he was addressing every black woman in that restaurant. He was addressing this lady back here that's standing on his furniture, right here, standing on his furniture, posted up against the wall. He addressing her. as far as we tell now. So how this become from just her to everybody?
And that's the thing, V. Hold on. That's the thing, V. The thing is this: if I'm on my live and I see two people in my chat cussing each other out, I'll address the whole chat, talking about how you do not cuss somebody out in my chat. I'm talking to the whole chat, but mainly to them too. You're not going to feel offended if I'm talking to the whole chat about two people cussing. It's the same thing.
And I noticed he gave them options. He gave them. He said, if you guys want to do it, go to that establishment. Go to this one. It's not going to be done here. Like he's setting a precedence. He's setting a standard.
One thing I want to address is the music that was being played. I get what everyone has been saying and all of that and addressing whoever, but the music that was being played sends a mixed signal. And from what he says, you know, I'm trying to have a restaurant that's conducive for our Black people, and our Black people are doing X, Y, and Z, and this is what we need to do.
All right, so
and he said, and there's nothing that he had said too that, you know, you wouldn't hear this in a white establishment.
So I'm asking you a question about that. So these young
hold on, because I was listening to you and I was listening to also Real Talk 87, and you had said, Dre, that you know, if a woman was in your church twerking, you wouldn't have her, you would tell the whole church as a whole. But in a church, you're not playing twerking music. Y'all in praise and worship and whatever. She's not. And even if she is, you see it plenty of times, and where a deacon or an usher will come to her individually and escort her out. Ma'am, come on, let's go, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And then Real Talk 87, you said that it's just like if someone's on your live and two people are in the chat cussing each other back and forth, you're going to address the chat as a whole. Well, it's a different platform. You kind of have to, without singling them out and making them feel bad, you kind of have to address the chat as a whole. But in the at the restaurant, I'm not saying that she was right for twerking on his furniture. If I was a business owner and I seen that and I told this woman repeatedly to stop standing up on my furniture, I'm gonna be upset as well, and I may say a few choice words as well. So I'm not condemning him for saying or behaving the way that he was behaving, because I put myself in the same situation. I work hard to what I need to get. I did what I needed to do. I paid for all of my. I did everything I need to do to have this business run a certain way. And now you're disrespecting my stuff by standing up on my furniture and on my wall and my tables and stuff like that. What I would do though was go to her, even though, you know, I pull her to a side. If that's the case, I pull her to a side a couple of times. Then I'm gonna have to get security and just go ahead and escort her out.
Real, let me
one of her girlfriends.
Just give me 1 second, Real, if you don't mind. So we now a couple of people mentioned this. Play moderate music. Nia says this. You mentioned that music is an issue. Now let me ask this question, because we talked about music in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
If a dude, right, listening to some violent music in his headphone goes up and shoots somebody because a song said to go shoot, we can go shoot somebody. Somebody's listening to what's homeboy that got arrested, who ratted on himself in the song. What's that young dude? That dance.
Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah, him. Right. And if somebody goes out and shoot, can we blame the music? Is that okay to do?
In that case, they'll say no, because it won't fit their narrative. That's the same case as saying this. Just saying this.
Because the music it doesn't give them license to twerk. Just like,
but the other day it came from a woman, and Tree by Neek made this point, right? So if they start playing Marvin Gaye and everybody started just took off their clothes and started fucking, then what we'll say then? Oh, they shouldn't have played Marvin Gaye.
Well, like Flower Tower said,
who the hell going to Marvin Gaye?
Thank you.
Right. No, he said fucking.
Marvin Gaye is sexual music.
You're talking about shooting and we're talking about twerking. Those are two different
about music.
We're talking about being responsible for your actions. If you're playing some sexual healing that's talking about having sex,
you ain't gonna get that type of twerking up in your restaurant.
Okay,
They have to get shimmy.
It's not consistent.
you're not listening, so you're not understanding. You're not listening. Just like you said, twerking music. Y'all, from y'all perspective, y'all saying twerking music deserves twerking, right? So that means sexual music deserves sex, correct?
And that's
By
what
your
you do after you leave the restaurant and go home with your loved
You
one.
realize, you realize, right? And Flower, I just want to address that. I don't think anyone of us.
Oh, please don't address her. Please don't address her.
Real quick. No one said that
Oh
she
my
deserves
God.
disrespect or to be, no, not one person deserves to be disrespected. But here's the thing: he was disrespected. His establishment was disrespected, and he responded in a way that set the tone. Listen, don't come in my establishment. Now you're disrespecting me. And if he responds in a stern manner,
Dre,
now he's
I love you and I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is because I don't believe anybody deserves to be getting cursed at from a restaurant manager. No, there's a time and a place for everything, and you don't talk to people in your establishment like that. You can mess up your business.
Like, I'm the nicest guy in the world. Nicest guy in the world.
Why not do this then? If he wanted to set the point and set his example, he already told them twice. Escort them out his establishment. Period.
Either way, it's a scene. Either way, we would have been talking about it. Both ways.
Well, that's fine, but he wouldn't look bad as a restaurant.
He doesn't look bad. He looks bad to you guys because you guys are part of the.
Can I hold on? Can I say this real quick?
No.
Can I please say this real quick before we go on? This is the Flower Tower. None of us are saying twerking is disrespectful. We're not saying that at all. I actually like twerking, to be real with you. But
the Evolution Dynasty.
Okay, cool.
Their own conversation.
Okay, cool. But still, let me say this. I don't mind twerking, but the fact that this owner did not want twerking in his restaurant, they should have respected that. That's all we're saying.
Okay, but then also the type of music, like I said,
forget
right?
It don't.
No, you don't forget the type of music because you can't forget the type of music. I don't know any upscale establishment that I go to where they're gonna be playing trap music and twerking music and all of the above. I've never been to an upscale restaurant that does that. I'm sorry. As soon as you walk through a business, regardless of where or anywhere, a building, you know what type of environment you are walking into and you act accordingly.
Hey, you know what?
Was she the only one twerking? Was she the only one twerking?
No, there was only two of them. It was the same party.
Was anybody prior to that? Is that place known for twerking?
But
there was one table, and there was like 2 or 3 of them out of the whole table that was twerking.
But you said that when you walk into an establishment, you behave a certain way. So let's talk about that, because some people will behave any way they want, no matter where they are. So
and they know this.
I disagree with that.
Can I make one point? Can I make one point though? This is the point I want to make. This is the problem with the black community, because instead of sitting here and blaming the women that's acting, that's did the action, we've been spending the last 20 minutes blaming the music and the owner.
Yep.
No, the women have culpability.
Just let me finish though. See, the reason I want to hit on this is that if the women wasn't twerking, this would not be a discussion. Yep. You're twerking in a restaurant. And I'm sorry to say, only black women think that's cool. I'm gonna just tell you, only black women think that's cool.
Yeah.
It's not a bar, it's a restaurant. And you twerking in a restaurant, only black women think it's cool, and only black women will protect other black women for doing it.
No, that's not fair to say to us. I disagree with what they did, but I'm saying is, as his establishment and as is the owner, what he should have done after he told them twice, go get his damn security. What you got security for? And escort their ass to the period.
So I saw his reaction, his response, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Can we play it again? And maybe the lady.
Wait, can I ask you something?
Logic, can you find another video, please? Because another video will have the actual, like, I think they bleeped it out in that video, so you couldn't actually hear it. Or was it just me?
No, he heard. I heard it. And it was only twice, by the way. I think I counted twice.
It just beeped out the cursing. That's all it beeped out.
But it was only two.
But see, this is. I mean,
Can I ask a question?
really
Oh
quick to
my
Andrea.
God. What the fuck?
I want to ask a question.
Andrea, really quick to Andrea though. She made this statement, right? And just imagine this. It's an uproar, right? Because he just spoke to them about their behavior, right? Imagine if he would have got security to kick them out.
Bravo, owner, bravo. That's what you should have done.
Yes, that's me.
It would have been a whole lot more. It would have been a whole lot more blowback because of that. It would have been a whole lot more backlash because of that. If he did that.
I don't think he would have had backlash.
Yeah, he would have.
Stop it. Stop it. Anything anybody does to black women, there's backlash. So stop. You know that.
He like for instance, yeah, you're right. He went and approached them and responded to it. He's getting backlash. Imagine if he had security physically removed them from the restaurant.
Talking to my people like that, like anyone that comes to my restaurant, because number one, you need to stay mindful of everyone else that is sitting around you.
Was she mindful of
that may not want to come back to your establishment?
Had bad behavior. They both had bad behavior.
No, he responded to bad behavior. What
I'm saying is, he should have had security on his restaurant.
Listen,
exactly. I said that.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Anyone comes into your house right now, right, and start acting up in a way that you know is anti to your culture of your home, how are you going to react?
Are you gotta go?
I'm gonna kick them out of my house.
Are you going to address the behavior? Are you going to address the behavior?
That's my house.
I got a better.
Will you address the behavior? You going out my house?
Will you?
Hey, I got a better view. I got a better view. Hey,
wait, Logic, before you answer, will you wait real quick? This is important. Will you address the behavior?
Yes, I will address the behavior.
If there's a lot of people in your house, right? You're at a party, somebody's acting up, acting a fool. Again, contrary to the culture of you establishing your home, and they're doing this, you approach them 2 times already. How are you going to respond the 3rd time?
I'm going to get security to escort them
in your house.
You have to go.
In your house.
In my house, I have to go.
You're going to call security in your house. So you're going to call the police and ask them to escort them out of your house, or are you going to address them right then and there?
Of course, I'm addressing in my house. But
how would you address them? How would you address them? How would you? Are you going to be nice?
Out of my house.
Listen, I already told you.
Hey, Dre, trust me, Dre, trust me.
I won't do that.
Hey, Dre, trust me. You want to see this? What I just got? B, can you please share my screen? Dre, you want to see this? All right. You want to see this? You can't make this shit up. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about, I think.
Okay.
Look, if y'all women defend this right here. Look, not only they have no consideration for this man shit. None.
I agree. No one said that.
That lady all agree.
Play the video.
They only hear what they want to hear.
Play the video.
Look it up. Hey, look. Now this is why he talking. You see this? This is disrespect. He's talking, right? And look at him. Look at him. Look. They ton him. That's him. He's
Y'all
talking.
defend that. Defend that shit.
They're taunting him. Look, I play back. Look at
defend that. People in the chat. Defend that shit.
Look at it. 1, 3 hood rats. Look, wait. And they ton him. Damn, she about 600 pounds. Look, man. Sit your fat ass down. All right, y'all want to play it again? Hey, all right, this self-explanatory.
With the sound on, please.
Okay.
I'm getting at the fact that is if you want a certain vibe, don't play that type of music or create that atmosphere. People naming.
No, it ain't that. It ain't no sound. It's somebody on YouTube. Yeah,
that's commentary. She was saying what we were saying, though.
What we were saying.
You only heard one part.
She can say anything. She can say the goddamn sky is green. Is it true?
But he be crazy. He be crazy playing that music in his restaurant. Now he plays some Kenny G and he plays some Anthony Hamilton. He ain't gonna have no twerking music, but he gotta take a Coke Billy for that too.
V, drop the link. That's what you do. V, drop the link so she can come up here. Drop that link, cause she talking way too much. Drop the link so you come up here.
Oh Lord! Wait, hold
drop the link.
So
I want to drop the link. Before I drop
can I say something?
They're gonna be love, and no one's gonna get mad.
Well,
she already mad. So what you think? She already mad. Clearly,
Thursday.
She is already mad for whatever reason. Some man must have hurt her. She already mad. Tell her to drop the link. Come up here and talk.
Oh, here we go. You see what I'm talking about?
Just tell her to come up here and talk to us. She got an issue with us. What's her problem?
No, they got her to Texas. Let her come up. She deserves.
Let her drop the link.
Let's stop talking about her coming up. Shanita's been trying to talk.
Okay, continue as you were saying. Shanita has something to say. Can everyone let Shanita talk?
I just wanted to ask Dre a question. Dre, you said that we are part of the twerking community, so we wouldn't get upset. What is the twerking community?
It's the culture, part of the twerking culture. When you guys hear like music or when you guys see it done, you guys encourage it. You guys and yes and all that stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Like if it just is what it is. If you guys see this and think that there's nothing wrong with this, then you're part of the problem.
Is there something wrong with twerking?
No,
but
you can do
nobody's
whatever
saying there was nothing wrong
do
with
whatever
it.
you want. No, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you want to, if you think you can do it wherever you want and think it's appropriate, I have a problem with it.
Yep. Oh, okay, because I don't think that
I want to know.
Wait, because I've been sitting silent for a long time. I want to
go
know.
Ahead, Shanita. Go ahead.
I am, if you will just close your mouth and listen. I said that the entire time that I've been listening to you all, and it's the short time that I did speak, I didn't take ownership for her behavior. I said she was wrong. I said she should have been up there doing her thing. I said she should, if it was me in my establishment, I would be upset as well. I said that, but I don't know why that went over the male's head, but I did say that. And I don't think there was ever a conversation where we said that we feel like we have the right to twerk wherever we want to twerk just because we're twerking music. I don't think any of the females on the panel said that. So I don't know where that argument is coming from. In the twerking community, as you want to call it, if you understand what twerking is and how it is cultural, then yes, we are understanding.
We're talking about culture, and we're talking about
we also know that twerking is a time and place for it all. So I don't get where the energy from
was not the
males. I understand the aggressive energy that the males are giving right now as far as women twerking and feeling like they can twerk wherever they want to twerk at, because I didn't hear
Shanita, can I ask you something, Shanita? Shanita, Anvi, and Andrea. Let me ask all three of y'all something. Has any of us up here disrespected black women?
No.
Be honest with it, V, because I know you don't want to answer that because your friend up in the chat and don't want to click the link. Is anybody up here disrespecting black women?
I feel like you just want to have you guys just want to
are we disrespecting black women?
Okay. No, I don't think you're disrespecting
it's a question.
Black women. I think what you guys do though is blame women a lot for certain situations. That I do believe you guys do.
Hold on. I gotta say this. I gotta say this right now. V, Adriel, and Shanita. Is you guys any of the women that's in this club twerking?
No, my friends would
never find me in a restaurant.
No. I'm saying, so none of you guys were the women that we're talking about in this video, correct?
Correct.
So how possible can anybody perceive that we're dragging you women if we're talking about an issue that occurred?
Some people just ain't got no common sense. Some people don't got common sense, bro. That's all that is.
Shanita, I'm not talking directly to you.
You just say y'all.
No, listen what. when I'm
He's asking.
okay, so I'm saying this. We do this every time about our sexes, right? If we're talking about a issue and it is between women and men, when I'm addressing something, it's not at the women on the panel. It's to the women that's in the club twerking. This is where this conversation developed from, the women in the club twerking. So if anybody in the chat get that misconstrued anyway, no, we're not talking about no women in the chat. We're talking about the women in the club in the video.
Well, no, they're in a restaurant, not a club. If they're in a club, we would not be talking about this at all. You know, here's what I'm confused about, the whole disrespect thing. If we agree with this man, we're disrespecting. We agree with disrespecting black women, right? Because he addressed the behavior. He said he wasn't for it. He wasn't having it. Let me finish it, V. And
hey,
now,
hold on. Let me. Can I?
Wait, real quick? But let me just finish my point. But let me finish my point. This black woman was quietly addressed. First off, please stop doing this in my establishment. She continued her behavior, disrespecting the black man, and no one wants to say, "Hey, he was disrespected," and he responded accordingly. I defend his actions. There's nothing he did wrong.
So quickly though. Okay, go ahead.
Let me throw my spanner in the works. Thank you. Let me throw my spanner in the works, because prior to this incident, he was also on his own tables at his own establishment with men dancing. Is that appropriate, Dre?
He was what? Wow.
He was found in his own establishment on the tables dancing with a group of men. Is that okay?
No, it would not be okay if he wants to address
and
that.
It was on camera. The only difference is that it was a private party and not the full restaurant open.
Then see now you said that last part, which is key. Then he's right.
Okay,
now,
so quick.
If he was in a restaurant, if it was in a restaurant format and it was open to the public, and that was happening, and he went to her, he's inconsistent. He's wrong. You got to be across the board. You got to be consistent. But if it's a private party, right, that means that this is private. It's not open to the public, right?
But your restaurant is an upscale restaurant where you don't want dancing on the tables or the furniture. So regardless of whether it's public or private, that should not be acceptable in any manner.
You're ignoring the variables. If you would like to be consistent, if it was a public restaurant atmosphere, not a private party, and he was on the table dancing, he is dead wrong. Especially if he wants to approach her. Dead wrong. If it's a private party, we have nothing to say about that.
Okay, so Dre, hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I want to address something right quick. People in the chat, it's okay to disagree. We are not always going to agree, but could you please refrain from name calling?
I'm glad somebody said it finally. Thank you, because that show's finna. Hey, thank you, Shanita. Even though this ain't your show, thank you. Appreciate it.
That's not the point. We can disagree. We're not always going to agree. This is battle of the sexes. Men and women are not always going to see things on the the same in the same way. But if if we refrain from the name calling, that would be wonderful.
The fuck
now you see why. Now you see why she got her ass timed out last time. Now you see why she got her ass timed out last time. The fuck? And I'll do it again if I was over there. I don't give a shit. Get your scary ass up here and stay your scary ass in the chat. That's all I got to say about that.
I just said please refrain from name calling.
I don't give a shit. Get your scary ass up here if you want to talk shit.
You have to set the standard for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy.
This is all the way you say it. I tell you that all the time.
If you would like to come up and address.
She's her.
And you see how I said that?
Hey, her ex-boyfriends must have fucked her friend or sister or something. She pissed
Do you
off,
hear
ain't
how
she?
I just said that? Did you hear how I just said
I know
that?
why you said it.
If
I know
I
why.
was
Not. I
in
seen how you
restaurant
said
owner,
that, but
that's
still,
exactly how
nah.
I would
She
have addressed
listen,
that person
listen.
situation. I
Bring
would have got
nah.
over the
I'm talking
microphone
to Flower
and
Tower right
calmly
now. Flower
said
Tower,
to
come up
her,
here and talk if you want to
listen,
talk.
guys, this
If
is
you don't, then
respectful
shut your
to
scary ass
everyone.
up.
If you do not like it, you can please leave. But please, 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 with all that is
Let's
within
stay
you, do not
respectful
stand up
to
on
each
my
other.
table and my chairs. Let's be respectful to yourself and each other and to myself as you are a guest in my establishment.
All right,
Please and thank you.
hey, we giving her too much power. We giving her too much power.
I don't give a
Yeah,
shit. Get your ass
yeah.
up here if you ain't scared. That's all I got to say. You over there talking shit. Come up here and talk. That's all I got to say.
How would you like to click on the link?
She ain't coming up here with her scary ass. Bring your ass up here. You talking all that shit?
She ain't scared.
Come up here.
She ain't scared. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Man, I don't
She
give a
ain't scared
fuck.
like that.
Bring your scary ass up here. I don't care what she does on her channel. Bring your scary ass up here. The fuck?
Okay, so back to the conversation.
Wow.
All she gonna do is overtalk
Right.
somebody and act like
You
she
know
done won. That's all she gonna do. I know how she act.
was
She
I
one of
said it.
them.
Hey, so if it was a man in the chat doing what she's doing now,
I'm about to end the
no, no,
live.
no. It's just a quick question. If it was a man in the chat doing what she's doing right now, I promise you, y'all wouldn't have the same energy.
Exactly. Not at all.
No, she'll be kicked out already. How about that?
But that's y'all. No, I'm the one that timed her out last time. I timed her out. Nobody else did.
If I had a mod stick, she'd be gone.
Hey, thank you, Andrew. At least you're being honest. I appreciate that.
But
hey, I'm gonna upgrade you, Andrew, from cold ice water to hot coffee. You my dog now. Oh shit.
Coming up on the link. Someone click the link. Okay. Hey, Evelyn, how you doing, hon?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Can
y'all hear me good?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Because y'all know my internet when it comes to me doing a live stream, it'd be a little bit glitchy. Anyway. Hello, panel guys. How are you doing today? Everybody in the chat. Hello.
Good evening.
How you doing, man?
Now
what's
I
up?
feel like I honestly feel like I agree with both parties. I honestly feel like, now hear me out before y'all jump. I honestly feel like it's more of the Black community in its all entirety. That's the issue. Because I literally think that when we have a Black brother that have an establishment, he bought all the stuff, I'm pretty sure, with his own money, hard working money, whether he took out a loan or whatever the case may be. And he's telling them, he's coming to them. And like I said before, if it was me and I have my own establishment or my own house, personally, I'm going to be flipping if somebody's on my couch. I'm going to be flipping if somebody's putting a foot on my furniture. But on the other hand, now we have Black women, and I feel like the Black women didn't agree or address the guy who's the owner, Black again. They didn't feel the need that it was important, imperative. The way they addressed him, they continue to do what they wanted to do. And I feel like if it was a white person, they wouldn't have behaved that way from the jump, because it would have been like, okay, we're in a white establishment, we're not supposed to be carrying ourselves like this, regardless of the music or not. I think we asking the wrong questions, more or less. Why?
She was
making such a great point.
You sure what? But she was agreeing with the guy pretty much.
No, she wasn't necessarily agreeing with the guys. And that's the thing. I feel like you guys have selective hearing when it comes to this point. All you hear is the women. But all of us, even when I had my Thursday show, I did say that the women were wrong for twerking on his furniture in the first place. However, a little bit more onus was on him for the way he handled the situation as the owner, his position. It was his position.
But they disrespected his position, and he responded. And what, like, I'm trying to figure out why anybody would think that that's a bad thing.
Respond to a restaurant full of people.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, let's try to do this, and that's what I like to do on these battle sex. I put it in perspective, right? If we was seeing a bunch of black guys in there, and they was playing "Nuck If You Buck" music, right? And the black guys started standing on the table acting a fool, right? The energy would be different. We would be calling it out, and then that's all I'm saying. If you just look at it from what you seen, that lady had no respect. Forget the environment they in. They had no respect for that man's stuff at all. The same if they start playing some crime mob and guys start throwing chairs or pushing or boring and doing all that kind of stuff like that. We got to call it straight. It's not appropriate behavior. And this is not the first time though.
And why is it? I just think that anytime a black man who stands up for himself against a black woman, he's going to be villainized.
Yes.
Why is he being villainized right now for responding? Like he didn't go up there and attack her, right? He didn't even call out her name. He didn't call her B and get out my restaurant. He didn't do any of that. He said, "I don't want this happening."
Get out of his restaurant.
He said, "I don't want this."
Why he just couldn't get his security and escort them? That would be enough to prove it. I don't want you doing this in my establishment. Period. You already talked to them twice.
Here's the thing: if he would have gotten the security and escorted them out, our conversation would have been, why couldn't he just talk to them?
No,
exactly.
I wouldn't say that to you. I would say
it's speculation based on history.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't feel that way. No.
Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. We play these scenarios out, especially on Battle of the Sexes. Y'all whole process be like, why did he do this instead of that? And then if he would have did that, then y'all would have played a whole different scenario. Let's just call out the women from acting hood. That's it. Just let's call it out for what it's worth. Is that appropriate?
Right. You see, I'm saying it wasn't right.
Been saying that she was wrong.
Here's the thing: if it's not right, right, his response was appropriate in his establishment. He didn't curse her out.
Okay.
Not necessarily his response was right. Not necessarily, because he could have got the security and escorted him out of his restaurant, and that would have been more proof to everybody else that he would not tolerate this mess. You're gonna leave my establishment. Period.
Okay, so Harrison Family Blogs, you're saying that he was right for addressing this young lady or addressing the restaurant as a whole, the patrons in the restaurant as a whole, in response to the behavior of the lady or ladies who were twerking in his establishment.
He addressed her once, twice. The third time he addressed her and then said, "I'm not having this in my establishment, everybody. There's nothing wrong with it."
So that's a yes?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I see where you're coming from now.
Wow. I still agree with it.
I still don't either. Thank you. I don't know what happened to Shavita, but
I don't understand. Sometimes black folks don't understand. Let's you prove your point to them. So all he had to do is get his security and escort the women out, and then he can sit. This is what he could have said. Audience is, I'm not having this in my establishment. If you do it, I'm going to escort you out my restaurant. And matter of fact, don't come back here no more.
Watch this, Andrea, did it happen after that?
What?
Did she continue it after he did that?
I wasn't there. Do you know?
Wait, yes,
because now we're talking about dignity, right? Being escorted out of a restaurant is one of the most anti-dignity acts that anybody can do to somebody. He addressed it. The behavior stopped, right?
I'm not sure. Did it? Did it happen? Did it happen?
It didn't stop me because in the video you'll see the last one I played. As he was addressing it, they were still standing twerking to him.
And so that's why I got you right there, because what he should have done was got his security and escorted them out. And I'm telling you, it would have stopped right there, because I would have said, who else is going with them? Who else
Okay.
would
That would have been.
And
You gotta
Logic,
look at that's
if
the
you
strength
know
of
this
black women
Logic
too.
that when he had said,
There's no
when
way.
he was talking, the music was still going. So they were still in the mood. They were like, oh, yeah, yeah. So he had to turn around and say, hey, cut the music. And then when he cut the music, that's when the young ladies had sat down as well. So I think they were still probably caught up in the moment of having fun and because people couldn't hear him over the music. I could be wrong.
He made some errors too. I would have cut the music off. He started talking. I would have cut it off.
But this is me on the outside.
Both parties are to blame.
No,
Yeah.
Both parties are to blame.
how can he be blamed? See, this is like I said, this conversation got layers, right? See, the thing is, right, is us as black people, we would do shit in a black person establishment that we know we wouldn't get away with in a white person establishment. You know what I'm saying? We want the discounts, we want the everything in our own, and we don't even have respect for the black business. We always talked about we support black business, this and this and this and this. But guess what? If we get on there and we twerk and tear this shit up, then guess what we won't have? Black businesses. I'm just saying. I don't care.
Why not? If that's the case, Logic, and I'm saying is, why not just escort him out his property? Okay, this is my shit. Okay, this is my stuff. Okay, I'll support him out up here. I don't care. I don't need your money.
You gotta realize that the history. See, I like what Harrison said, right? We speaking from history. History tells us a lot. If that guy after this right now go out and put a sign in front of his store said no twerking or you would be escorted out, right? Black women will go crazy because they would say he's targeting us.
That's not you don't want him doing it in his restaurant. So I don't have a
But he's
problem
gonna
with
put
that.
a sign up on that restaurant like that. That's ghetto.
Black people twerk, not just black women.
Okay, who twerk?
Black women and gay black men. Gay black men. Yes, gay black men twerk too.
That shit out.
Black men who are dancers twerk and they're not gay.
Latino women do.
Black.
Wow. Come on now.
Actually, in Russia, it's a pretty big thing. Yeah, a lot of people do it. But
well, guess what though? I don't never see no videos of people twerking in a restaurant. I'm just saying that. And this is not the first thing. Then it happened again in Atlanta. Then this happened in Atlanta when T.I. went off. I'm just look. I'm saying let's go off of history.
But let's stay on topic, right? Because we're talking about the restaurant owner.
This is on topic.
Okay.
We're talking about the restaurant owner. That's what you say.
Can I make a very valid point? Can I make a very valid point to Lottie's argument? Just one point. Just one point. And then you can continue yours. The one point is, are you hearing that type of music played at the white establishments? No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Don't blame the music when it's convenient.
Why? Thank you.
We're not blaming the music, but
you guys wanted to blame the music. It was convenient for you men, so let's not go there.
Listen, we can go there with the music because I don't agree with you. I would agree with you. You can't use that argument because of previous arguments about music. Then you're not consistent. Period. So you can't blame the music. You cannot blame the music. Somebody else could.
I am consistent.
You cannot.
I can't blame the
music. You know you're not consistent when it comes to shit like that, or really anything. You know,
I just feel like if you're gonna, I am being consistent. You know why? Because I feel like if you're starting your restaurant as an upscale restaurant, you're not going to play that type of music in an upscale.
I agree.
Restaurant. Period. In any white, black, Puerto Rican, Asian, it doesn't matter who the owner is. If it's upscale, you're not listening to that type of music. I'm gonna be real. And if you want to stay true to the culture, then there's some old school music that you can play that stays true to the culture, and you can still keep your upscale feel and ambiance.
So can we blame the music for people's actions when it's on? When the music is playing and the song
in this
says,
situation, yes, you can.
All right, I gotta go because I got a lesson plan and all that stuff. So on that note,
wow.
Good night. God bless, and I'm gonna try to be on next week. Okay, Shanita. Three.
Have a good one, my brother.
Try.
All right, bro.
All right, Harrison, you take care.
Bye,
Okay.
Jay. Have a good time
Kids, okay?
planning.
Kids.
Thank you.
So, Logic, sorry, you were saying, but I just wanted to put that in there because I
Yeah,
think that that's a big
my
point
whole
for
point is
skipping
that.
over.
Yeah, no, my whole point is this: is we can go around in circles, and that's where we at now. But who don't remember the restaurant in Atlanta where they was twerking and Ti went off?
What did he
I
got
don't
to say?
remember that story.
I don't remember.
What he say?
It was an incident in Atlanta where the women was acting crazy and twerking and stuff like that, and then they kicked them out or something like that. I don't know, man. It's just like I said, these it's too many incidents that occur.
So
Let me pull up the article for some people who can't think on their own. All right.
I wasn't talking about the only.
I don't remember that.
My thing was, how are you going to bring up a scenario? Don't know what you're talking about. But
All I'm gonna say is this. When it comes to a man and music, let's say in a club, they got some crunk shit playing in the club. They come out, pull out his gun and shoot somebody. They don't blame the music on that. They blame that man for what he did. Period. So why can't be the same with this?
why you can't understand? Why you can't understand?
No, I know it's different. Twerking and shooting is different, but still, it's still the same.
I just asked you a question. Calm down.
I'm saying it's the same analogy. It's the same shit.
Yeah, but Kenny V is saying right. In the white establishment, they playing Kenny G over there. Ain't nobody over there twerking. Ain't nobody.
It don't fucking matter what they play. It don't matter what. You cannot blame the music on anything.
Matter.
No, it does not. Music, no, it does not matter.
So when Tupac,
because if
when you play Tupac, bang bang, and you got Ice Cube open play the same thing, and them kids out there doing stupid stuff because listen, Tupac is Ice Cube. What you gonna say? The music didn't matter? Yes, it do. They played a couple billion in this situation.
No, listen, it don't matter because when a grown man, I ain't talking about no kids, I'm talking about grown people. When a grown man does some shit because of the music, they do not. The judges do not blame the music. They blame that man for what he did, period. They don't give a fuck about the music. That's what I'm saying. The music don't matter.
And so all we're saying is the owner escorted people out the restaurant, period. He should have escorted them out there. I don't think.
Well, you're not were you the owner, Andrea? You cannot tell the owner what he should do in his own restaurant.
No, what I'm saying was I would have never had no problem that he done that. Look, I got people who own business. You ain't gonna come in my else's business and act a fool. We also
exactly.
Goodbye. Period. I don't care if you're black, white, blue, purple.
So you mad that he didn't escort him out? You just mad because he actually gave him a verbal warning? That what you mad about?
He gave him 2 already. You don't gotta do that much. They grown people. They should know better.
They should know better. Exactly. That's our whole point. So it should not. Music should not be blamed for none of this shit.
And so my whole point is you gave him 2 warnings. Now you got to go out my establishment. Period.
Amen. Thank you.
The reason
we all agree that the women. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say the reason that you can't blame it on the music or the music changing ain't gonna mean that. Women twerking church.
Yeah.
So tell me you don't see women twerking in church.
People twerking church.
You gotta tell me what church you attend because I ain't seen twerking in church now.
One church
People twerk in church.
This is fucking insane, bro. I swear to God.
It's always insane when y'all can't get your way.
Because y'all try to make a petty argument out of this, like.
Look, it's crazy though. Is all you gotta do is you can type in YouTube twerking in church.
Actually sat back.
What?
Go ahead.
If y'all actually sat back and listened to what was actually coming out of the women's mouths, then you would actually hear that we're slightly all on the same page. We all agree that the women were wrong. Mm-hmm. No one is saying that the women were not wrong. Okay, I think the part that we disagree with, which is the part that is the most argumentative that we keep going back and forth, is that the fact that y'all don't believe that the man should not have addressed the women well, the restaurant. I'm gonna say the restaurant because he did address the whole restaurant. The way that he did. That is just not how you do business. And especially, I'm sorry, he's an attorney. He not like there's certain etiquette that you have when you're in a courtroom. So why is it that he can't have some kind of business etiquette handling his restaurant? Why has he got to bring himself down to that level and react the way that he did? Because I'm sorry, that was ghetto as hell. And that is not and should not have been done in an upscale restaurant.
And where's his assistant manager? Instead of him doing it, he should have had an assistant manager do it. Well, come on now.
So hold on. If they don't listen to the owner, what makes you think they'll listen to a damn manager? Come on, Andrea. What the fuck?
You had security and escort them out the building. That's what you do when you have a business.
Because the owner's
what kind of argument is this?
What you mean by what kind of argument is this? It's a very valid argument. Y'all can't.
No, it's not. How? You cannot tell an owner of anything what to do with their own shit. You can't tell them how to act with their own shit.
So okay,
I wish somebody would tell me how to run my fucking house.
If you're sitting down in the restaurant and the owner comes out and he starts cussing and blind and tell everyone they can get out the fuck out of his restaurant if that's how they feel.
And let me say this.
They don't like
I don't care. Listen.
You're gonna feel comfortable to want to get back your money? Hell no.
V, hold on, V. Listen. I don't care if let's substitute this black man for a black woman who was a restaurant owner. If she said that same shit, I would back her too. It's her shit. The fuck? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't care. I'm not backing him because he's a man. I'm backing him because it's his shit. And he got the right to say some shit like that in his shit. That's what I'm saying. Period. Especially since he already warned them twice. Now I'm finna verbally address it to everybody.
No, you know what? This is what this is not offensive, real. I'm just asking a question. Okay. So is it because, for instance, you don't see a problem with it either? Because, for instance, when you express yourself, you like to cuss too. Is that why it's not a problem for you? Because imagine someone that's in your restaurant
not why
that
I do so.
does not like swearing and gets addressed that way. They're not going to think of that as second nature. Oh, I'm just used to people talking that way.
Well, I mean, if you put it like that,
good business.
If you put it like that, then yes. But fact remains, that's just I express myself by cursing. I do. But like I said, any person, any grown person who has to explain something to somebody more than twice, they'll get frustrated and start cussing too. Don't act like you're too good that you don't cuss.
That's why he said. I said
not everybody cuss. Not everybody cuss.
V. I said one thing simple to you, and you cussed me out after the first time. So what you talking about?
But I'm not saying.
So don't say
me. I said not everybody cuss.
I didn't say not everybody, but the majority of us. The majority of us, especially if we got kids, if we say something and a motherfucker don't listen, we gonna start cussing. You know that. Don't act like you don't. I'm just saying. I don't act like I'm too good for anything. I know when I fuck up. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that doesn't mean you're too good just because you.
Well, he's an owner. Like, listen, he's an owner. He may have. He's an owner.
Around them.
He's an owner. Maybe it was wrong in y'all's eyes that he approached it the way he did. Maybe he was wrong. But at the end of the day, he's a human. He's not gonna do everything right.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I agree with that. But when I was working in retail, this is my retail manager always said, the customer was always right. She didn't give a damn how they act. When I worked in retail, and she said this. She said it depends on how you behave as me as the retail. Okay, and so yeah, I had customers coming there cuss my butt out all the time, but I respond in kind. I never cussed them out. They was always right. And so what I'm saying to me, what he did, it was wrong. What he should have did was escort them out of his establishment. He already told them.
Andrea, can I say this? Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
Had he had done that, he still would have got backlash.
No, he wouldn't.
I don't care. Yes, he would have. I'm telling. Listen, I know he would have gotten backlash had that happened.
But why?
Restaurant
First of all, you can
restaurants every day.
Yes.
Listen. Hold on.
And you don't hear about it.
You don't hear about it because listen, V. It don't matter what you do to, and it's not a black man, black woman thing, but anything you do to a black woman, if they don't like it, it's gonna get backlash. That's just how it happens.
So are you saying every time a black woman gets upset with a black man, and we gonna give you backlash?
We gotta get forced to apologize. Yes, we are always forced to apologize.
Forced to apologize?
Yes, we are always forced to apologize all the time. Just watch. I guarantee with this chick that I had to cuss out just 30 minutes ago, I guarantee she's gonna go on her shit and then tell me I was wrong for what I've said to her and I gotta apologize to her and shit. No, you ain't getting no fucking apology. You was talking rude to everybody. The fuck? I'm not apologizing for shit.
I'm not forcing you to apologize to her. That's how you
told you to apologize.
No, I'm saying that's probably what's gonna happen because black women, they feel so entitled for everything. Anything done wrong to a black woman, they try to force everybody to apologize to them. For what?
That's not
sounding very sexist right now.
I'm not sounding sexist. See that I knew it would come to that. I knew it would. See, I cannot state how I really feel about something without being called a sexist or a chauvinist or anything like that. It ain't about that. That's just
sexist just now.
Yeah,
I don't care how it sounded. I'm telling you right now, that's not what it was. That's just me telling how I feel. That's what it is. Shit.
I'm just saying. That sounded real. Black women.
I don't care how it. Listen, I don't care how it sounded. The person that was in your chat sounded like she couldn't stand black men and she wanted black men to die. And what did you over here doing? Just sitting there saying nothing at all. Shanita had to say something. I'm just saying.
So is that what your problem is? Would you like me to address it?
That is my problem. Okay, yeah, that's a problem.
Here.
No, don't address now because she's not here no more.
Let me address.
She ain't even here no more. You should have addressed it when she was still here.
Flower Tower. Let me address it. These men that are up on the panel are great men that do not disrespect us in any way, shape, or form. We seem like we don't get along all the time, but we do. We actually get along very well, and we're a tight-knit family, and we do not disrespect each other. We ask everybody else in the chat to stay respectful also, and everybody does not have to agree. We always agree to disagree because, we don't always see eye to eye on things like that, but I feel that we need to keep it respectful on the show. That's how I feel. I don't feel like the panel should have to address anyone in the chat, and I don't feel like the chat needs to address people in the panel. I think we just need to stay respectful and mindful of each other. And I apologize to the men that
it don't matter to me. I don't know that. So okay, yeah, but I'm gonna just say this though. The thing is that I don't know. I feel like I have to do stuff with a purpose. And these are good topics that we discuss on Sundays. And it got to be put in perspective because if somebody was to call them women ratchet or hood rat, right? We'll take offense to that. Because people took offense to me calling them hood rat, but we know that's hood rat behavior. Mm-hmm. And then nobody will speak out on, hey, let's fix that. You know what? Hey, maybe it's not cool for us to get on somebody's furniture and dance. The same energy I have when a dude throwing furniture, maybe that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, we got to call it out. We keep the same. At least I try to keep the same energy. And we got to do that. And it's not, the only thing it will better is black people because we look like a fool to the world by standing on furniture, twerking and dancing and just destroying it. So okay, I'm just saying.
I agree with you with that. I agree with you. But what's wrong? What's wrong as the owner? I'm gonna ask you, what is wrong for the owner to escort their behinds out of his establishment? Period. It's his shit.
It's nothing. I don't think nobody disagree with you, Andrea. Mm-hmm. But it's his choice. How he decide to approach an issue. Long as he didn't do nothing to violate them, he didn't go up and slap them up, punch them up, or whatever. It's his choice to decide how he want to do that. If you want to be honest, the easiest position is to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize if he would have got somebody to escort him out there, it would have probably got way more attention than what we're receiving now. Because the headlines would have been different. Woman twerking in a restaurant and black owner pull security to kick them out.
You know what?
Okay, go ahead, Shanita. Go ahead, Shanita.
I say this often, and I say, especially to Real Talk 87 a lot, that there is a way to say everything. Now, I'm not saying what he said and how he behaved was wrong. He had to react the way he felt he needed to react. And how he reacted may have rubbed some people the wrong way, but like you men have been saying on the panel, that is his restaurant, so he can react however he wants to react. He can say whatever he wants to say because it's his establishment. And I completely agree and overstand to the utmost. Logic, you say that, let's put this in perspective. And while you guys were talking, I was putting it in perspective and putting myself in that position. Like I said before, had it been my establishment and I said to this young lady or this hood chick, because she's doing hood chick things, ma'am, please get down off my tables, whatever. I would have said what I needed to say to her, and she was not listening to me. Then I would have had my security team escort her out, because now she's not respecting my establishment. However, to combat that, because it is going to be some type of backlash, like I said, there is a way to say everything. So then I would have gotten back on the microphone. Hey, such and such, can you turn the music down right quick? I got something I need to say. First of all, thank you all for coming. I appreciate your services. Thank you for being a patron, for supporting my business and all of this. But I do want to say one thing. You guys may have seen this young lady being escorted out, but it's been like this because I've asked her several times to please get down off my tables, and she still refused. So I just want to say, from here moving on out, moving forward, can you please, I know the music is bumping and everything's going good, and I appreciate y'all feeling the vibe and everything like this, but please, all that was in you, do not stand up on my tables, do not twerk on the walls, please respect yourselves and each other. And that would have been it.
I think that's the biggest thing. I think if you look at it, right? When we looked at the first video, right? You really couldn't see. We saw a girl on a wall, right? They make it about twerking, but if you look at it, it was more or less, it was not really twerking. It was just you was disrespecting the facility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to look at the second one to really grasp that idea, to see and say, well, if that's my restaurant, and I'm saying people stand on, and if you look at the little chairs that he put in there, he tried to present some nice little, little furniture or whatever. And it looked like it kind of like swayed or something like that, right? You're standing on that with your shoes, right? And you're dancing.
And now it's a liability, because now these chairs swivel. So now you're putting me in danger with my insurance. Now you're a liability. So yeah, of course, be upset. But like I said, there's a way to say everything. I'm not saying what he said was wrong necessarily. I'm just saying it's just a way to say everything. And maybe he would have gotten some backlash if he would have kicked her out. But like I said, maybe if he would have followed that with, listen, y'all, I know y'all seen this young lady being escorted out, but I had to do that because she was not listening. That's all I'm saying. This is a way to say everything.
Yes.
And that's the thing that we really have to nail down on, I think, right? It just make it worth these conversations to me. You got to nail down on it, right? And then you are always, if somebody, you have to address the violator. If you don't address the violator, just like I said, if somebody spit on me, right, and you address how I respond after I was disrespected, right, and you don't address the disrespect, you can never control how I respond. Some people get spit on and say they'll turn the cheek. They'll say, okay, look, you know what? I'm gonna go on. Some people can get punched and they can just walk away. But now, if I'm walking out somewhere and somebody punch me in the face and I go ape shit on them, right? You can't say logic went too far. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? You got to say, we got to be the honest group of people and say, guess what? That's what you get. You shouldn't have did what you did.
Right.
That's all.
No, I'm not. I died in my argument.
I just saying.
She was wrong, and I have been saying that. It's disrespectful. But like I said, he reacted. He was being emotional. He reacted because it is his establishment, and he does have a certain attachment to it because it's his place. So he has a right to respond the way he responded. However, moving forward, being a business owner, you have to learn how to conduct yourselves and learn how to talk to the people who patronize you.
Okay.
Yeah, but we can't.
I know if I was the owner of the restaurant and I know what I'm like heated and they're really pissing me off, I have a manager for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna go to my manager and tell them, you need to get them out of here right now because they don't want me to go out there. And
but you gotta realize too, you don't know. You're still doing the same thing. You're saying what he should have been done. You don't know the construct. See, we don't even know if he had security. We don't even know if he wasn't the manager. We don't know nothing. We can make a million excuses because I guarantee this. I go to your house right now and I jump in your bed with my shoes on. You will go off. You will go off.
You would. Don't act like you would.
You ain't even walking past the front door with your shoes on in my house.
Okay, so now I get mad. If you respond after something that I did, unless you just pulled out a gun and shoot me or some shit like that, I can't get mad at you cussing me out for doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Well, you know what? Because Dre had brought this up as well, and saying, if somebody came into your house and disrespecting your house, how would you react? We're talking about someone's private house. This establishment is public to all. The response will be different. In your house, you're going to take total offense because how dare you come in my house and jump up on my bed with your shoes on? But we're talking about a public establishment. Again, I am not condoning. I am not condoning the young lady who was in there twerking.
What I'm trying to get
people who have been on his furniture.
What I'm trying to get you to understand is that people who have businesses respect their business more than they do their house, and you can never tell nobody how they can. I cannot tell you how to respect your house. So that's his house. That's his shit. So now you can never tell him how he feel when he feel he's disrespected.
So it's appropriate for an owner to speak to people that are spending money in his establishment, that's helping his establishment thrive, the way in which he addressed them. Is that what you're telling me? I just want to know. That's how you feel that it's appropriate to talk to people, and that's how y'all feel. Y'all feel it's appropriate to speak to people like
that's
that.
Absolutely appropriate, because even during the process where he was telling them, they were still doing it, and they was
still. You're still customer service. That's my
point. He should have escorted him out his business.
No, but I'm saying this is what I'm trying to get though. In the process of him telling them, they were still doing it, and it was even a taunt.
And that's why he should have escorted him out of his business.
I'm with you that, Andrea. Yeah, I'm saying, but that.
I mean, okay, so as Black folks, we don't have to take responsibility for our action. If you get escorted out the business, that's your action. Because every reaction got a reaction to something. So what you was in there twerking, right. I asked you twice, and I'm going to kick you out my establishment. This is mine, and you didn't listen to me, so you got to go. I'm going to make an example out of you. Period.
Amen.
And I don't.
And people ain't gonna twerk in that restaurant no more.
Y'all black men think we're gonna have a problem if an owner kicked me. If it was me and I was in there twerking and he kicked me out, that's my butt again. I got kicked out. I should never did that. I should have known better.
But you know what? This is the main point. What I'm trying to get right. Mm-hmm. That your reaction would have been kick him out, right? His reaction was to talk to him, give him a stern talking, right?
How many times did he talk to him already?
Huh? But what? No. But see, but you're missing the point, right? If you was in that position, that was your business. We understand
Yes.
how you handled it. It makes sense, right?
Yes.
He chose to handle it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So now, who's to say whether your way will be right or his way will be right? Because he didn't disrespect them. He didn't goddamn call them no bitches. He didn't call them no hoes. He didn't pull no guns out. He didn't shoot them. He didn't pepper spray him. He didn't do nothing. All he did was use his mouth.
And it's like Shanita said, we keep telling Real Talk 87.
I don't feel like listen, any restaurant I go to. Yeah.
I can hear. Oh, wait. I can hear that.
I don't feel like I'm better than anybody. She said there's a way in which you say things.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Andrea said. And I agree with her. At the end of the day, I don't feel like I'm better than anybody, okay? But at the same time, if I go to a restaurant and I'm spending my money at this upscale restaurant, I'm expecting a certain type of service.
Yeah, you dropped the wrong link, V. You dropped the YouTube video. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
It's how you say something. It's and it's the thing is, I mean, my ex-husband has a business. He's not gonna let anybody come in his business and disrespect his business. He's gonna escort them out of his business, and I have seen it happen before. So I'm just saying, it's how you say something to somebody. And when I was in retail, my manager always told me the customer was always right. She didn't care if they cussed us out.
Always.
She didn't care. She said it was always right. So my thing is, some people might got turned off of why he was talking to them, and it had nothing to do with them, and they might not come back to his establishment.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, I mean, I do believe that us as Black people, okay, I feel that we do need to start evaluating and looking at things a certain way, especially when we're having. If he's saying he created this establishment for us, then that's wonderful. That's amazing. We need more establishments like that, right? But then, yes, we do need to be respectful when we go to these establishments. We need to stop living this stereotype, which is making us look bad as Black people. Okay? But then at the same time, you know, when you go to certain places and you have a certain atmosphere, that does pull in a certain type of crowd, and you can't get mad that's the type of crowd that got pulled in when you have the atmosphere. You can't get mad at it. I'm sorry, I disagree. And if you guys want to say that you can, then that's up to you. But I just don't feel like you can. You know what you're doing when you have a certain atmosphere. You know what type of crowd you're gonna get. When you have a different type of atmosphere, you know what type of crowd you're gonna pull in.
And maybe he
who has the blame there?
Yeah,
he got the blame for playing Black people music.
No, he had a culpability because he knew that he gonna get that kind of rough crowd coming in his establishment.
So now, you telling me he knew that he was
playing King G, he wouldn't have had that problem. So
you telling me this? You telling me this? That him as a Black man cannot play Black music because
that's not what I'm saying.
Let me, all right. Okay. Because the people that may enjoy the music do not understand self-control. That they don't understand their surroundings.
Well, obviously they didn't because they were in there twerking on his furniture. Obviously they didn't because they didn't have no home training. Obviously they didn't because they was in there twerking on his furniture on the wall. They didn't have no home training. So he knew, I'm just saying, he knew that type of cow could be a little ghetto. I'm just saying, if it was me and I was the owner, I'm playing some Anthony Hamilton, I'm playing some Kenny G, because now I'm kind of proud of my restaurants. Just as me.
I just have to ask you one question for real. Seriously, and be honest with your response. If the music had changed, are you trying to tell me you would have got a different outcome?
Yes, because I'm just saying.
If the music was different, would people be different in the restaurant?
Yes, because all you have to do is go to your YouTube and type in twerking in church, and you would literally see thousands upon thousands of video of people twerking in church. I'm gonna get it.
People will
Battle.
dance, will twerk to anything.
They will
Anything.
twerk,
It don't
and
matter.
that's why I think it's insane that we're blaming the music when we see they can be saying, Jesus love us, yes I am. And then you'll see people twerking. That's not a twerk song, but they do it. No, they do it. You know what I'm saying? You'll see people twerk without music. They do it. They don't need no music to
I
twerk.
need to see this.
Go to YouTube. Look, you want me to show it to you right now? Look it up. Oh, look.
Okay, do you feel that there's something wrong with twerking? Because twerking isn't necessarily a bad thing. You do know that though, too, right? Where did twerking derive from?
Twerking is no true, because twerking is nothing truly original about it. People try to say twerking originated from Africa, but the whole concept of twerking is a mentality that came from the Two-Line Crews, the Lukes, the down south music, where you know what I'm saying, Dolores Tucker warned us of this whole situation, that if we continue to let our black women be put out here and be looked at and be over sexualized, this will happen. Go look at Dolores Tucker goddamn quote that she told. She warned us of the Two-Line Crew woman, the booty shake woman. That was created. All this twerking stuff was created from the Freakniks, from all this stuff they used to do down in Florida. It was created from this society. It has nothing to do with the African tribal dances.
Okay, so if she warned us, but if she warned us, it's still going on. I'm just saying. So what was she talking about? Because it's still going on. What was she championing for? I'm just trying to figure out.
Oh, what was Dolores Tucker champion for?
Did she stop anything? My question to you.
You know what happened with Dolores Tucker?
What happened to her?
The women took her down.
The women took her down.
Yes, the women took her down.
Well, don't that say something to you, Logic? Don't that say something to you? The women took her down. Women took her down.
No. You don't know. Do you know who Dolores Tucker is?
I think she came against Tupac and NWA and all them.
Yeah, she was saying that everything that kind of like, you know what I'm saying, wonder why you call you bitch. She was saying that was Tupac was talking about her in the song. But she was going actually against, she was trying to stop the surge of music, stop the surge of doing all this thing that we see today, that why now we are used to it. You know what I'm saying?
My question to you is, the women took her down. Obviously, the women felt like what she was talking was that bullshit, and they didn't want to hear that. So if the women took her down, that says something about the women that took her down. Then I'm just asking you a question. Don't that say something about the women who took her down?
I'm lost. I don't get your.
Don't that say something about the women who took her down? You said women took her down, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm lost. I'm trying to figure. You said what does that say about the women?
The women took her down. Don't that say something about the women who took her down? Because obviously they felt something that what she was talking about wasn't right.
Okay, now we living with it now. So what you got to say now?
And I'm saying she was only one woman. She couldn't change the whole world.
She can't change the world.
Oh wow, bro, this is crazy.
Why is Bill laughing?
Because that literally, I'm not gonna say that, man. All right, go ahead. That was an excellent point, Andrew. That was an excellent point.
I said,
you said women took her down. Why did they take her down then? Because I'm gonna ask you that question.
They took her down because they was making money. They took her down because that was the start of the video vixens. They took her down because that started a new trend of all these women just in rap videos. That started everything. You got to listen to the argument that she was making. You got to look at, you could just just Google Dolores Tucker warning signs to the black community.
I know what she was saying, but I didn't agree with everything.
Why did that?
You know what you was saying.
Who was encouraging this behavior for it to continue?
Man.
Yes.
Who was encouraging the behavior?
Yes.
Thank you, Shanita.
Men.
And the thing about it is, you said Logic that, twerking didn't come from Africa and it came from Florida and all of this. It's not the twerking aspect. It's the woman It derived from Africa when the woman, this is her mating call to her man. So this is how she dances. This is how she moves her body. And it's also coming into herself in Africa. And it's also a thing of coming into herself as a woman and expressing her femininity. Europeans came in and sexualized it. And now America has been over decades and centuries over sexualizing a dance that wasn't even made for that in the first place. So this is why you have the twerking and the sex part added to it. And why it's been a continuous thing because men have been encouraging it as a sexual behavior. So this is why women keep doing it, because this is what the men want.
Yep. And don't you think Elena has a problem with the freakniks? I heard about that. They culpability that behavior because you was going down there to see all that. Isn't that true logic?
Yeah, no, I was there.
Okay, then you a part of the problem.
No, listen what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
He a big part of the problem.
You're not listening to me. This is what I'm saying. I'm telling you, it's a problem.
What we're saying to you either.
Yes. What the fuck? What are you talking about, D?
I said, you're not.
Bro, you can't make this shit up, bro.
What we're saying to you either.
Listen.
You know what? You can't make this shit up.
I would every goddamn freaknik from goddamn. I was a constant freaknik, a big freaknik advocate.
So yes. Okay, you're part of the problem then, because you was down there seeing ultimate freaknik. You was down there seeing ultimate.
Listen, Andrea.
Yes.
Well, at least me. I'm not saying twerking is an issue. Yeah. I'm saying know when and where to do it. That's the issue.
Yes, I agree with you.
We all agree with that. We all agree with that, real.
What's her name? What's the main line?
Listen what I'm saying. Hold on. If you just digest it first. You got to digest it before you try to challenge it, right? Look, check this out. I'm from Atlanta. Twerking is part of my goddamn DNA, right? It is. Now this new shit is out of fucking control. Mm-hmm. When I'm telling you that when we saw women twerk, it was at the freakniks or the strip clubs or the clubs, right? Most of the women that was in Atlanta, they went back to they was working goddamn 6-figure jobs, and they went and did their shit. They not twerking at their jobs. They not twerking around their clients. You know what I'm saying? It got to be some type of on and off switch in this shit. Like I said, it's shit that I did condone. You know what I'm saying? And when I go home, I don't go to nowhere. I go out to eat at the strip club. But it's still something that we need to discuss because, see, I am a hypocrite because I go to the strip club, but I would not let my daughter go to that bitch.
Really? Tell us how you really feel. Yeah. You
stop it. We all hypocritical in some aspects, so stop acting all surprised.
Hey, y'all know this. Y'all know. Hey, look. Y'all know these are facts. And like I said, I can be honest with myself and say that I would, if my daughter said that she was finna be a stripper, I'm gonna do everything within my power to stop that shit.
What if she said she going to the freaknik in Atlanta?
Ain't no freaknik no more.
With her girls.
Ain't no freaknik no more. You mean like something like Daytona?
Hypothetically, she said, "Daddy, I'm 18. I'm going to the freaknik in Atlanta with my girls. What's up?"
I mean, with that, I don't know. I wouldn't stop her from doing that because I'm not trying to be controlling or nothing like that. But like I said, it should be in the whole aspect of this thing. It's a time and a place for everything. And then sometimes we see stuff is people select the wrong time to do the wrong things. That's it.
I agree. But do you ever think as well, you know, when there was a time when men were spending a lot of time in the strip clubs, right? Mm-hmm. And this is where you would say twerking got out of control. And women were starting to realize, okay, so what's going on at these strip clubs that ain't happening, that's not making him come home? Mm-hmm. Women start learning, they start educating themselves, and then they start doing what the strippers are doing, but they doing it for their man at home. Which is why now you find it so much, it's so sexualized and it's so okay now on a broad spectrum because they just trying to please men. They like to be watched. They like the attention. They want
that. So you said that's
you don't agree?
Stop.
It's the truth.
Listen, stop, because let y'all tell it. Y'all don't do anything to please a man. Y'all do it for your own benefit. But you tell it.
I'm gonna show you this. If you look at that video, right, and it's crazy though. If you need to pull it back up, I can show you, right? In that video, in that restaurant, I didn't see no men. I saw all women.
Mm-hmm.
You can pull it back up for you, V?
I see the women. I see the women. And some of them women.
No,
and some
said it.
No. But the point you made, they was twerking to try to get the men attention. I'm telling you that in that whole what I seen, I didn't see no men. That whole area was full of women.
I wasn't talking about the restaurant at that point. I was just talking about women as whole, as why they twerk so much now.
Mm-hmm.
So women twerk in a restaurant full of women to get men attention.
Oh my God! I just said I wasn't talking about the restaurant situation.
Oh shit!
So why? So then why would the women?
Now, shit, they gonna twerk on their girls too.
Ooh, that is true.
They just enjoy it. Shit, they can twerk wherever they want to twerk. Golly. But the restaurant ain't the place for that. Okay. We all agree. Look, I'm gonna end it on this note. Okay. We all agree that twerking in the restaurant was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We all agree that the owner should have addressed the situation. We all agree that he should address the situation because it's his establishment and he had every right to do so. We do not agree, the panel does not agree, that the way in which he addressed it was appropriate or okay. Sure. And see, Golden Phoenix said there were men in there.
Wow. Okay.
I'm looking at it now, and I see. I literally just see all women.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there were.
His restaurant online.
But yeah, it got to be men in there. But I'm looking at
that. I'm pretty sure there was men in the restaurant, but in that little area that was recorded, I didn't see any. Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at his.
Around it. If they sell alcohol, there's cops there. Just saying. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around and do what I always do every week, and I'm gonna ask you guys to leave your final thoughts and final say. So we'll start with Andrea.
I believe that women was wrong, and the owner should have escorted him out the restaurant with his security. Period.
Pooh. Logic.
Good conversation, man. I hope we get better at conversation. I learned something at the end of the day.
Great. Love you too. Real?
Yeah, I'm back, bitch. Did you miss me? Oh, miss my raps,
bitch. I'm sorry.
We didn't miss your ass.
Yeah, this was a nice little conversation, you know. But let me go ahead and say before we leave, I apologize, V, for just interrupting like that and getting on to somebody in the chat. But I felt that had to be done because she wouldn't be in control. So I apologize for that. But other than that, it was a good show.
Oh, look at Real Talk ASAP being so grown. I'm just proud of you.
That's Real Talk 87.
He's growing up, okay?
Congratulations on your award, brother. Whatever award that is. Did you get a real award?
No, I don't get no real award. It was just...
You won?
It's a virtual award.
Yeah.
What you win?
I won Best Collaboration Duo.
Hell to the no.
Hold up. Well, I mean, you won for real?
Yes.
Congratulations. The competition must have been weak. Who you was going up against?
Won against us.
I won against them.
Us.
Real Mama, Real Talk with That's That Bullshit featuring Andrea Lynch.
Hold on. You won against
Yes.
Yeah, she bit us out. Yeah.
Congratulations, Andrea. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nita, your final thoughts, girl.
I have none. The limited things that I said today were enough for me.
Well, you know what? It's an after party over there on Real Mama's panel tonight. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some drinks. We're gonna have some music. So everybody join us over there on the after party. We're gonna celebrate.
I'm coming. What's the name of it again?
Their awards.
Real Mama's Real Problem.
Against us.
Real Mama's Real Problem.
Yep, that's my girl.
Problem.
Drop the link in the private chat.
So
I'll go over there.
Everybody go and check them out straight after this live. They will be starting theirs. I want to say once again, congratulations to everybody that won in the YouTube Court TV. No, why am I saying YouTube Court TV? Look at this. YouTube Love Awards. Congratulations, Andrea. Congratulations, Real Talk 87. I also just want to say on a note, guys, we want to keep it respectful on Battle of the Sexes. The panel respect you. Please respect the panel. And if that continues to happen, then you will be removed from the stream. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I want to say thank you so much to my panel members. I love you, every single one of you guys, and I look forward to seeing y'all next week. Bye, everyone.
Love you back.
Bye.
Bye.